People who voted for Biden, how do you feel he is as a president? He's Kraft Mayo. Is he fancy aioli? No, but he's also not Miracle Whip. I'm not American, but I find it funny how the biggest criticism against him is that he's boring. Boring is literally what I want from the people who run the country. Good. Because I forget he exists. Which is what I wanted after the last campaign. I'm not even a super Trump hater. It was just annoying that every day there was some news story about him or his followers. I like boring competence. I like it when people just do their job. I think he's acquitted himself well considering his biggest selling point in 2020 emo was, "Look at the other guy." I don't pretend everything is perfect. But I frankly think he's dragging America through rough but necessary times. It used to be that people would care about sacrificing for the greater good. But now it's an outrage if your 100K pickup truck that gets 8 mpg costs more to fill up. I get that people have it tough and I don't discount that. But to claim everything bad is the fault of the president is just dumb. Take some responsibility every once in a while. When it matters. And be an adult. Shit happens in life. If I have to pay my student loans back but voting for Biden means my kids don't, then great. Same with climate. If I have to pay a bit more for solar but they can have a planet to live on in 50 years, fine. Nobody cares about sacrifice and responsibility anymore because conservatives gave up on it and liberals are too afraid of ever criticizing anyone's individual choices. He doesn't tweet like an angry tween. He's the tan pants of politics. He does the job, but he's got no flash. Biden 2024. Make politics boring again. I voted for him because he wasn't Donnie Trump. But I'm ready for someone who's maybe 40 years younger come 2024. I'm a leftist who begrudgingly voted for him. He's much older than I think a politician should be and he's more conservative than I'd like, but I have been pleasantly surprised. Obama was of course more charismatic and a better speaker, but Biden has accomplished much more from a legislative perspective. I like going to bed not worried I will wake up to a tweet that might start a war. He knows Putin is not our friend. He hates bullies. He is for all Americans. Giving emergency funds to Republican states without trying to extort something. Okay then. Better than Trump. Recently I've been enjoying Republicans foaming at the mouth at anything he does. Apparently he wore shoes without socks? The horror. He's apparently both sleepy and a mastermind cokehead? At the same time? After 4 years of Trump I have no patience for Republican nonsense. Because it's not about the children, or family values, it's about control and bigotry. He's fine. A gentleman's C in a world that needs an A but is at least avoiding an F. Granted, Congress and the Supreme Court make it nearly impossible to be a really good president these days. I no longer wake up and wonder what fresh international humiliation the president has heaped upon the country at 3 a.m. Even if Biden weren't doing a decent job by conventional standards and an FDR caliber job by the standards of 20,162,020. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm pleased with him. I'm also evaluating him through the lens of reality and realize razor-thin margin in the Senate and a minority in the House doesn't allow him to do all he would want to do. That being said, I'm 100% voting for him again. I like him. He's like a vanilla ice cream cone. Nothing crazy or fancy. Good for what it is, and also it doesn't make fun of disabled people. Talk about grabbing people by the pussy. Incite riots or refuse to denounce Nazis. Sometimes it falls. Though he is doing better than I thought he would. He is bringing more jobs back to America for infrastructure and manufacturing. Pardoned all federal simple marijuana offenses. Navigating the Ukrainian conflict with tact. Most importantly, he has kept things boring rather than chaotic. I would have voted for a box of rocks over the orange fascist Biden is performing distinctly better than a box of rocks. I'm a left-leaning independent. I wasn't thrilled with Biden, but he wasn't Trump, so he got my vote. That first year of Biden's wasn't fantastic. Inflation has kind of destroyed my life. And the sloppy withdrawal from Afghanistan still stings. He is showing his age. But he's really come around. They've got inflation coming down to more reasonable levels. And thank God it was Biden at the helm when the Ukraine war started. You almost couldn't ask for a better president to deal with Putin than someone that was in government the last time we had a Cold War with Russia. We also got our whole military apparatus pivoting around to deal with Chinese aggression too. Shit we should have been dealing with for decades now instead of embarking on incurious Georgia's oil wars. In general, it just feels like quiet competence. And I like that. I used to work in tech and there was a saying that went something like, if I'm doing my job right, you'll never find out. Meaning everything just runs smoothly and you never see the fires that are being put out.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.